In this lesson, I'd like to introduce you to arpeggios. The word arpeggio means broken chord, and for us guitarists, it would mean that we would pluck the separate notes of a chord, one after the other. Let me start by demonstrating how this sounds using a C major chord played from the 5th string to the 3rd. This is a C major arpeggio. The notes we're actually playing are the 1st, 3rd and 5th notes of the C major scale. Let me explain. If we play a C major scale, we find that the first note is a C, the 3rd note is E, and the 5th note is G. These are the notes that make up the chord of C major, some of which are repeated. We can play a major arpeggio in any key by following the same rule of finding the 1st, 3rd and 5th notes of the scale. Let me demonstrate this for the key of G major. If we play the G major scale, we find that the first note is G, the 3rd note is B, and the 5th note is D. These are the notes that make the chord of G major. Let's try using an open G major chord arpeggio. G, B, D, G, B, and G. Hopefully you'll notice that although we seem to be playing a 2-octave arpeggio from G on the bottom string to G on the top string, there is no note of D between the last 2 notes of B and G. This is because what we are actually playing is an arpeggiated chord and not a full arpeggio. To play the full 2-octave arpeggio, we would have to add this D note into it. We can do this like so. Play the first 5 strings as normal like this: G, B, D, G, B. Then add the note of D on the 2nd string 3rd fret like so, and finish with the G on the top string 3rd fret. Now if we try this with the G major bar chord, we have the notes of G, D, G, B, D, and G. This time we're missing the B note between G on the bottom string and the D note on the 5th string, and as before, if we want to play the full arpeggio of G major, we need to include this note. We can do this by playing the note of B at the 7th fret on the bottom string. Now let's add this note into the arpeggio. G, B, D, G, B, D, and G. Let's try this going up or ascending. Then going down or descending. We can also play exactly the same arpeggio by playing the B note on the 5th string 2nd fret, like so. Ascending: G, B, D, G, B, D, and G. Then descending: G, D, B, G, D, B, G. Please note that with both of these last 2 arpeggios, we are still playing the notes of a G major bar chord and just adding in this extra note of B. So far, we have only used arpeggios for major keys, but we can also use them for minor keys.